He's similar to Ron Paul on most issues. He would, like Ron Paul, bring the troops home, cut off foreign aid, and that's basically it. Rely on free trade. He would, in the vacuum, as we bring back our troops, maintain allies, and that has some libertarians up in arms. But that's just sort of the deal with the vacuum. He wouldn't give any country foreign aid. So if you're going to cut 43%, which is a bigger cut than Ron Paul is proposing, that's his way to make it sellable and make it real libertarian.
So if he supports alliances with some countries, but he wants to bring all the troops home, how is that going to work?
Well, we'll bring the troops home, and we have allies in case there's a problem in the war on terror. And that's going to be a case-by-case situation. And if the communists decide there's a national threat, they'll have a debate and declare a war if necessary. Yes?
That brings me to a couple of questions. If you have allies, that implies that you're supporting them somehow. We don't really need allies if we're just engaging in free trade. That's just free trade. So does he support shipping American money or materials or supplies or troops or whatever to any area on Earth other than our own territory?
If there's a national security threat, yes. And that'll be debated and voted on and declared a war declaration passed by Congress. Otherwise, he's bringing the troops home. He's going to rely on free trade, just like a libertarian position.
The other half of my question was, one of the things that's constantly annoyed me with some of our presidential campaigns and other campaigns is that we're not necessarily running for this election. We're running for future elections. We're trying to walk before we run, which means that the primary purpose of a campaign should be to gather the troops, to bring in new recruits and get them into donating, into volunteering, into becoming candidates themselves and whatnot. In other words, missionary recruitment. And from none of the candidates so far have I seen a lot of new inquiries coming in from the campaign. Is there any plan in Mr. Johnson's campaign to start bringing more inquiries in?
That's a great question, and I think anybody following the campaign realized that he had really been building a big tent. He spoke at Occupy Wall Street. He got a standing ovation 2 Saturdays ago at the ACLU annual convention, and this was huge news. Anthony Romero publicly expressed worry that Gary Johnson would take votes not from Romney, but rather from Obama. So we're getting the civil libertarians along. He just got the top ranking from the ACLU, where Romney and Santorum were at 0, Gingrich was 5, Obama was 15, Ron Paul was 17, Gary Johnson was 21 out of 25 torches. So we are marketing heavily to civil libertarians. The drug issue, obviously, he's been vocal since his second term as governor on legalizing marijuana. The gay rights crowd, they are definitely into Gary Johnson and his marriage equality position, which is stronger than Obama's, and then the Occupy folks. And there was an article a week and a half ago how Ron Paul has the support of independents. If Ron Paul falls, where are they going to go? They're going to come to Gary Johnson. So, we are definitely marketing to those folks. I just recruited a Democrat in New York to be our finance chairman up there, and he had a great pitch for his fundraiser that was just about all civil liberties. Nothing really on some of the balance of budget / government stuff. It was obviously, like Carla was saying, it was a sales pitch to bring in Democrats. They're going, yeah, I like this guy. So we have Democrats on board and all kinds, and so definitely you're right. This is a long-term plan for building the tent.
Well, speaking more specifically though, I'm a membership guy. I've been trying to recruit members into the Libertarian Party for a decade and a half, and I've personally recruited. That means gotten people to sign on the line and hand over $25 or more. I have personally recruited 700 members over the last decade and 2 years or something. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn or anything, but what I am saying is it can be done. It's not rocket science. What is the candidate doing specifically to get people on the database and donating?
Well, in every Facebook page we have for our state directors that they run at each state, we're putting the Libertarian Party link over there. We're encouraging them to join. And so we're doing everything we can to make our members join the Libertarian Party in every state. There are a lot of Libertarian officials or senior thugs, veterans who have joined our campaign. Paul Kunberger from Richmond, he's the finance chair of the Libertarian Party in the 80s. He's now our guy in Richmond, an attorney. And by the way, for those who are voting, March 6th, there's going to be a fundraiser in Richmond that Laura and Juanita can tell you about after the primary to come meet Paul. He should be here today. I'm not sure. He was there last night at the reception. So yeah, we're pushing membership hardcore. And if anybody's a big tent, it's Gary. Remember his popularity in Mexico, it's a Democrat state. They like him there still. So we're with you 100%, build that membership up. And it could be a two-term, two-election type of thing. If it doesn't work out this time. Glenn?
I was curious if they've decided if they'd be satisfied with 15–20% everywhere, or if they'd want to go and actually win 1 or 2 states and get 1% everywhere else.
Well, there's certain states we're really going to be focusing on big time more than others. You know, New Mexico is from California, huge libertarian population there. You know, a few other states more than others, but you know, we're going for every state to do the best we can. And, you know, if we get at 15%, we're in the debate, and the Tea Party conservatives are going to look at Gary Johnson's record. He's going to notice governor veto. You know, he's promised to balance the budget immediately, abolish the income tax. We're going for Tea Party conservatives, and we're going for Occupy progressives with the ACLU ranking. You know, we're going for it all. But, you know, we're realistic. We have some areas that we're targeting more than others. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Could you elaborate a little bit on what you meant by his support for gay rights? I mean, it's always seemed to be...
Marriage equality.
Okay, the libertarian position is always, seems to me then, that there's no such thing as gay rights, there's human rights.
Yeah, he would agree with that. He was talking about, you know, his position was, he supported civil unions at first, but then he learned that, you know, it would be too hard with all the different laws with the word marriage in it, and he goes, you know, I've been convinced marriage equality for gays as well. But he has said that he wishes marriage were taken out of the government sphere and returned to the church, ideally in the long run. But for now, it's a simple marriage equality position. Laura, then you.
Actually, 2 things. One, to kind of answer Mark's question, specifically about Virginia. Every email or letter that goes out to volunteers and supporters, first thing it says is join the LPA, join the LPA. Every time Juanita and I talk to a volunteer or supporter of Governor Johnson, we say, first thing you can do immediately is join your local LP affiliate, get involved, and start building a party. That's kind of our main goal in Virginia. Second, my question to you, can you talk about some of the efforts, some of the emphasis the national campaign has on helping reach state LP without access initiatives, kind of what?
Well, yeah, I've spoken to the LP chair in every state, from Virginia to Maine, you know, developing that relationship. And, you know, it's tacitly agreed that they need us, our volunteers, for ballot access, and we need them. So there's no question we're on the same team. And ballot access is going to be here, Pennsylvania, New York, a few other states, not in my region, but, you know, the South and Midwest. And, you know, I'm really pushing our directors to go to the committee meetings and let the LP chairs know that we want to learn from you. Because in most cases, you're actually the expert, not us. So we're coming in humbly, you know, going, you know, we're here for you, we want to be here for us, but we know the talent is here. You know, that was helpful to us in Virginia big time. Jim Lark has been just answering questions. We don't know everything. So we're here to be part of the team and learn from you too. You first.
I just want to be sure I was totally clear on this. 2 more questions.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, just I'll try to make it quick. Just to be sure I was totally clear, the powers that be have stated if he gets 15%, anyone getting 15% will be included in the debates, and how do we know the polls will include it so he can get 15%?
Yeah, good question. Who organizes the debates? Is it still the League of Women Voters or something?
No.
Commission? The commission decides which polls are legit. So hopefully in the polls they decide which are legit, we'll get 15. So just because we're at 7% now in PPP, which is a Democrat poll, a lot of folks like them, they're very accurate, doesn't mean we'll be in the right poll that they'll use. So there could be shenanigans still used. What we have to do is do the fundraising, You have to vote, give them the free media,